Hi, I'm Jeff Nash, and welcome to my demonstration on Google Wave. Google Wave user Mike has been nice enough to invite us to this wave, and together we're going to use this wave to show you guys all the different features and capabilities that Wave has to offer that you may not be used to seeing on a regular internet-based application. Google Wave wanted to break away from the traditional model of internet communication that instant messaging and email employ, where somebody creates a message, sends that message, they will then get a message back in response, and then a thread or chain of messages can be stored so you can see any message. Instead, Google Wave is meant to imitate a real conversation. In Google Wave, you can actually see what other Wave users are typing as they type it. Notice how Mike is responding to my message before I'm even done composing it. Just like in a real conversation, where you hear the words people are saying as they say them, in Wave, you can see what people are typing as they type it. However, for those that are uncomfortable with people seeing what they're typing as it comes to their heads, this is an option that you can turn off, and you can disable the ability of other Wave users to see what you're typing in real time. Now, me and Mike are going to wrap up our conversation about seeing the movie and about the hockey game. And now we're going to make sure that we definitely want to see the movie first. Now, to make sure we want to see the movie, I'm going to use the first gadget in this wave. Now, a gadget is an interactive tool that all members of the wave can use at once. An example of a gadget could be a map, maybe an embedded YouTube video. In this case, we're going to use a yes, no, maybe poll. This yes, no, maybe poll would be a little more useful if there was more than 2 users on the wave, but you get the point. If there's a lot of users on the wave and you need to decide what to do, you can use this tool to see a vote instantaneously. Google really likes this gadget so much they actually have a button to it right on the toolbox on the top of the wave. With most gadgets, you have to copy the URL from a different source into a URL box and then the gadget will appear. Now that we've decided to see a movie, I'm going to suggest to Mike that we go see the movie 2012. However, he doesn't know anything about this movie. Luckily for us, Google has built in a Google search directly into the wave. You can search for pictures, videos, or even web pages. Here I search for the 2012 trailer on YouTube, and I can have a link to it, or I can just simply embed it into the wave. Similarly, if I want to show Mike a web page with more information about the movie, I don't have to open up a new tab or a new browser window to go get that link. I can just use the built-in search engine and then automatically link to the page you want. Now let's say I need a decision to be made that involves more variables, and it can happen over a long period of time. I can use a gadget that's really tailored for custom polls. Here, I'm going to put in the poll gadget. In the poll gadget, users can vote for different options, but here, instead of those options being restricted to yes, no, or maybe, I can put in custom options. So, for Mike and myself to choose which option we're going to go to, I'm going to put in the different movies we could see, and we're each going to vote. So, judging from the results of our 2-man poll, it appears that 2012 is going to be the consensus choice, and that is the movie we're going to see. So now that we've figured out what movie we're going to see, there's still one question left unanswered. Where's the movie theater? How do we get there? Fortunately, there's a gadget just for situations like these. In fact, the gadget's an application that you've all seen before, Google Maps. With Google Maps on Wave, a map is embedded onto the Wave, and then all users can use that map to find locations, and then they can save those locations on the map, and those saved locations will show up for all users of the Wave. Here, I'm going to find a movie theater that would be convenient for us to go to, and I'm going to save it to the Wave. This way Mike, who let's say is going to be driving, will know where to go. I found the location for him, and I put it on a map that we could both see. So now that we've made movie plans, we've decided on a movie, and we know how to get to the movie theater, let's say we decided, hey, screw it, we're not going to go to the movies after all. Let's just stay home, stay on our butts, and maybe let's play a game of chess instead. Fortunately, we can do this without ever leaving the wave. Right now, there's only a handful of games gadgets out there, like chess or cards for example. However, in the future, there's probably going to be a ton of games for wave users to choose from and play each other on the wave. However, maybe it was because he was feeling responsible, or maybe because after just one move he didn't think he could beat me. However, Mike has reminded me that we need to do our homework before we play a game on the wave. To do our homework, me and Mike are going to work together at the same time on a document. For this example, our homework is a simple document containing a few paragraphs of text. The text is a few sentences about Google Wave. I am going to type the sentences, and Mike is going to edit them for me because obviously my spelling and punctuation is pretty bad. It seems like I have heavy hands. Now, notice me start to type my text into the document. I've greatly exaggerated the amount of typos in there so you can see how somebody can edit what I'm typing as I'm still typing more content. As intriguing as the conversational aspect of Wave is, it's definitely going to be really interesting in the future to see how corporations, news outlets, and students to see how they use Wave for collaborative documents of all kinds. Notice that I used Spelly. That's the spell check robot. A robot is any element of Google Wave that's an automated user, such as spell check, that influences the wave. So now, me and Mike are finishing up our homework. Notice he's going to use his editing ability to switch whose name goes first in the assignment. The last thing we're going to show you today is what you can do if you miss any action on a Google Wave. You can click the replay button, where either in real time or fast forward, it will catch you up on everything that has happened in the wave. That's about it today, folks. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this presentation on Google Wave.